Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Illinois' offense will start this game off. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Illinois lining up quickly. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers in the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
Grabs it in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
It's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The Nittany Lions look to do some damage in the red zone. The give to the back. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. That throwing catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running behind that left side. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick.
And they got him for the sack. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd downs. Everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he'll be brought down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they've made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages. The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
On second down, just keeps firing. Catch in the middle, it's Algier. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on third. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Looking for a block. It's Sanders. Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. They're trying to get to it. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Open space at the 25. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They believe they can run right here. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now he's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get it through the air. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration. Great.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll run it from the gun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Going up top on first down. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. He's got it. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Illini.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Looking to throw on third. He finds his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the catch. It's Smith. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover, and you've got more plays here on 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in. It's Charles. Touchdown, Penn State! What a catch and run for 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
just feeds the running back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Wants to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having...
Just plowing ahead. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Looking to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. The quick out, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're going to run it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On the move from inside his 5. kickoff team, everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of that negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get.
Fires the pass, intercepted.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He got it. Touchdown, Penn State. And the route is on. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Thrust that arm out. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. At the 45, on his way. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And back to the air on 2nd down. Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going to the running game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the catch on the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. He's still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. At the 20, he's got space. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll throw it from the red zone. Snagged in the middle, it's Charles. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. To the ground with the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Trying play action. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding.
Intentional grounding, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Well, they weren't going to give him a chance this time. They just punted that thing toward the sideline. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been man, dialed in. You could tell they were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. The snap sets up to throw. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. He wants to pass it on second down. He lofts one down the sideline. Catch and stride inside the 15. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Troy overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Trojans tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.